Hello, welcome to the aftermarket analysis session of the Indian markets, Nifty and Bank Nifty, just like every day. This is the aftermarket analysis a session where we look at Nifty and Bank Nifty after the market closes to see where the buyers were interested, where the sellers were interested, and we try to read the footprint well. So if you are new and want to learn order flow, want to learn how to use GoCharting effectively, you can join our live sessions every day at 5 p.m. You will find the link to the live session within the GoCharting Discord and Telegram community. And if you are using it at that time, click on the GoCharting notification and then click on webinars. You can join from there as well. If you miss the recording, then all these live sessions, if missed, then the recording of this live session is uploaded on every YouTube channel of GoCharting. Okay, and you will find the link to all YouTube channels in the description. We have opened separate YouTube channels for almost every language: Hindi, English, Spanish, French, etc. So if we look at the volume profile, how the volume profile gives us confirmation, meaning where the volume node in the volume profile has provided its confirmation. So this was how yesterday's session was. Okay. So we had marked its volume node. If this breaks, then the volume node from the previous day was this, which we had marked. If this breaks, then this was from the previous session. We had simple confirmations from the volume profile. A big gap up opening happened also because of reasons like tariffs, and Trump has taken a 90-day hold. So the US session was also quite bullish, but this could be but one reason. The Indian market also gave a gap up opening. Okay. Now we will read its footprint to see where in the footprint we observed any buyer-seller interest. To read the footprint properly, we need to know what delta is. Now, what is delta? It is the difference between buyers and sellers. The difference between buyers and sellers is what we call delta. All right, let's take a closer look at what delta is, because with the help of delta, we are going to read the footprint here. This is the very first candle in our analysis, and it plays a crucial role in understanding the dynamics at play. It represents the difference between the buyers and sellers' actions in the market. It's important to note that any negative value observed here is perfectly acceptable when considering a positive delta. This means that even if the value appears negative, it can still contribute positively to the overall delta, which is a key metric in our evaluation. Understanding this concept is essential for interpreting market movements accurately. Where such a situation is indeed occurring in this specific market, it means that the value is such that there are more than 40,000 buyers compared to sellers. Now, how are there more buyers? We look at it like a round figure to understand. On the right side of the footprint, we have buyers multiplied on the right side, and on the leg side, we have sellers. Let's assume we add up all the sellers, okay? And the number comes to 60,000 sellers, okay? At the same time, how many buyers are there? 100,000. So what is the difference? 40,000. The same delta gives those confirmation here. Now let's look at this candle. What is the delta of this candle? Negative delta. Okay. How is it negative delta? It's simple. There is a negative sign in front of the value. See this. And it's inside the red box. So wherever there is talk of negative delta, understand that it is about sellers. In negative delta, it's about sellers. It means 20,000, let's assume. Again, on the left side, if we add the seller's score, the value is 1 lakh. If we add the buyers on the right side, there are 60,000 buyers here. In the end, the difference made is 20,000 to 20,000. Here the value. How can delta help us in reading the footprint well, the market structure, in reading the data well? Firstly, we are getting the essence of every candle, like any candle we see. This is seen from delta, seen as a buyer store. This candle is seen, delta is seen. Again, the buyer is stronger. Where will the positive delta bit be where there are more buyers? This candle is seen with negative delta. Inside this candle, there are two types of delta. Positive means we are talking about buyers. Negative means we are talking about sellers. Now, let's talk about both positive and negative. Like this candle has a delta of 40,000. This candle has 40,000, sorry, 1.5 lakh, approximately delta. This candle is counted as 1 lakh, approximately data, again 40, again 60. Okay. And how some candles are. We are talking about both positive and negative. Like, look at this. Only 3,000, only 12,000, only 6,000, and only 18,000, meaning delta. Inside, we also have two types of candles. One is those candles whose delta is very high, 40, 50, 60,000, 100,000, 150,000. And there are some candles whose delta is very low, 3,000, 12,000, 4,000. So it means the candles whose delta is very high, there are more buyers and more sellers there. Actually, more money has been made there, more buying and selling happened there. And where there is more buying and selling, that's where the market has the potential to move exactly. And the candles with low delta, the delta value is very low. So buying and selling will happen from 9:15 to 9:30. Buying and selling will happen. But the candles with very low delta, these are the candles with very little buying and selling inside them. Okay, so who has the potential to move the market? Those with higher delta. PB, PET, please. Okay, the low below it is well defined. In this candle, according to the delta, what did the delta indicate? What is strong in this candle? First, we will see that the most buying happened at 49, 177, add on 80, 8, 10 zones where the most buying occurred, and always trade the first candle carefully because in the first candle, which is crucial, because the most buying and selling activity occurs during this initial period, and the market direction is often determined by this activity. Everyone pays close attention to it. This is because the initial candle sets the tone for the rest of the trading session, providing insights into potential market trends and investor sentiment. Okay, still. Volume, sir? Better. Okay, okay. So, we observed the delta of the first candle, a positive delta, indicates more buyers. So we lean towards the buyer's side and identified the area with the highest buying activity. We marked that zone, moved to the next candle, and what happened in the next candle was, again, a positive delta, around 1.5 lakh positive delta. We identified which area had the most buying activity. What are we doing after one city? We are looking inside the candle to first see the delta, which side the delta is on, whether there are more buyers or sellers, and there are more buyers. So we are going on the buyer's side and observing which particular area has the most buying activity. That's okay. So in the second candle, this is the place where the most buying occurred. Okay, in the third candle, what did we decide about the negative delta of 20? We will not consider the candle above 30.35. Otherwise, it is a neutral candle, as there wasn't significant buying or selling within it. I mean, there was considerable buying and selling at 65 and 46, but it didn't have an impact, indicating that buyers and sellers are equal. The third candle, again, shows positive data at 20, meaning what happened here is that the first candle had buyers and the second candle had buyers at the same place. The third and fourth candles held that buying zone, and the fifth candle broke above the buying zone with quite heavy buying. What at 116? Over 1 lakh in buying. And this was the buying place when then buying continued, buying inside every candle. Buyers inside every candle entered here, held a little, and then buyers easily started moving the price upwards. Now the price came on a pullback. At the time of coming on a pullback, we observed some interest from sellers. The selling activity at 40. So the rule is that whenever there is any selling activity above a support, you should not enter there for a minute, meaning for some time. Selling occurred. Again, after skipping one candle, selling occurred within this candle as well. Again, selling occurred here as well. According to the delta, if we look at it, there was a candle in which the most selling occurred with negative data of 1 lakh and which were the zones with the most selling. In this candle, the negative delta between 77 and 79 means around 1 lakh on the seller's side. And if we look at the seller's positions, where are they the most? So actually what happened here? This is the place. Now the interesting part is that it's a bullish zone, meaning where buyers had entered. It's a buyer's zone, a bullish zone. And there we saw some selling. We saw quite a considerable and substantial amount of selling, but after this selling is this indeed the particular place where the most selling occurred. After this selling, did the market absorb all the selling activity that happened here in this particular area? Okay. Why is this breaking? Why is this breaking at this very particular moment in time? I think, sir, buyers entered here at a specific point, and quite a few buyers started to move the price considerably more significantly upwards. It came on a pullback. A solid selling activity took place. This was the area with the most selling activity. This was the particular point where the most selling activity occurred. But here, all of this selling was absorbed. Rates mean that once again a bullish activity has occurred here. The next 2 or 3 candles provided confirmation when there was no break on the downside. Then again, we saw another super bullish movement on the upside. And this bullish moment came with continued buying. Look at this, a buying delta of 36,000, a buying data of 38,000. This is the place where buying was observed. Okay. Again, the price came there, and after taking a pullback, it gave a closing. If we look at Nifty today, for half the session, it was sideways here. It got stuck here. Okay. It gave these moments, and within these moments, what did we observe? In the first 2 candles, there was a lot of volume. And as soon as the buyers started to push the price upwards, we got confirmation that yes, this is the zone where the most buyers were active. The price came to a pullback. A selling activity occurred, but the next 2 candles confirmed that all this selling was absorbed. After the selling absorption was complete, there was an upward movement. Okay, this was a VPOC zone. Today, Nifty did not break this weak zone. To the upside even once, it did break, but all the buying was being absorbed there. Okay? Then it came back to the same spot on a pullback. And while taking the pullback, it faced rejection and closed quite well there. This was about Nifty. Bank Nifty was quite good as well. Okay, in Bank Nifty, similar to Nifty, there was buying within the first candle, and there was significant buying within the second candle as well. If we look at the buying zones of the first candle, which were they? If I mark the zones, look at this 1934 and this 25. There was buying within the next candle as well. And then again, buyers came in and started to continue moving the price upwards. During the pullback, just like with Nifty, some sellers appeared here as well. Sellers came in during the pullback here. And here too, sellers appeared. Just like the first support that was formed in Nifty, the same happened here where sellers came in within this candle. In the next candle as well, sellers appeared. But still, all the selling was being absorbed here. Because even after the selling, the price was not breaking below this support zone. As soon as the seller's selling absorption was complete, Bank Nifty made a significant move here, again on the pullback, and taking rejection from there, it gave a closing. If we sum up today's Nifty and Bank Nifty, there was quite good buying within the first two candles. The next fifth and sixth candles started moving the price upwards with the buyers, which confirmed that yes, this buying zone can still act as support on the pullback. During the pullback, selling absorption was observed. How was the selling absorption observed? Sellers came repeatedly, but the price did not go downwards. It got stuck at the same support zone, and an upside movement was observed. The same things repeated in Nifty as well, where Nifty broke once during selling, but the selling absorption zone then acted even better as support, and an upside movement was observed. Now you can unmute and ask any questions you have.